Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a redesign set on the the bright pink set. My brain has not woken up. So yes, we are taking off the bling because obviously I cannot possibly file that off. I'm going to lose my eye, but look how shiny that shit still looks. It's just so lush. So now this bit I have sped up because there is no reason. You don't want to just watch me file. So I am coming in with a 4 extra course and I am just debulking, and you can actually see that because she slid her hand over. Now this set has been on so very long, it has took a battering. These are her hot tub nails from her holiday, and as much as she's loved them, the regrowth is just insane. So I am just making sure I am getting them as thin as possible. But oh, look, them palm trees are going. They were so pretty. They were so pretty. So even though it looks like there's still quite a bit of colour on, because they look so pigmented, they look quite bulky still, but they are becoming razor thin. It's just that the colour's so strong, but I know the colours that I'm using will cover them, so I don't need to go so tragically thin. So I tend to, when I'm e-filing such a big acrylic design set, I will not do each nail fully, because I don't want a build up of heat or anything like that. So I will work on the nails and then go back, because if there is any build up at all, it's going to have dispersed by the time you get there. So even though it is a really big beast of a bit, because of its shape, it is softer round the tip, so it's not aggressive and not painful for the nails. It doesn't hurt, there's no damage. Now I like to go in with a hand file afterwards and just refine what I'm doing. It's more to make sure that my base shape is there still, because obviously after however many weeks this set was done again, it's a while now guys, that it is actually going to have some nice crisp walls, because as you can see they've dramatically moved and been battered and abused. So them are filed. That's pretty much all I do. They're filed, and I'm gonna come in with a sandband, and yes, she lost her thumb, so I'm going to re-tip that, but the others I will just infill. Voiceovers in front of people make me nervous, so yeah. Anyway, so this is my prep of the natural nail, because I don't prep hers well. I just a really fine sandband. These are 240s, so there is no pressure, no weight, no nothing. So I'm going to come in with my Envy Nails tips, and I am just going to get that on. And I'm just looking at my own thumbnail going, that's so pretty. That's one of the ones we covered in our training on last Sunday. And because I did this set, yeah, this is how bad it is guys. I'm doing a voiceover for a set I've done a while ago. So yes, I'm coming in, and I got a hair. I am just refining them sidewalls. I am a nightmare for my base. If it's a freshly sculpted out set, it's fine, but when it's a redesign, I really need that base on point. I really do. It's like a little pet peeve of mine. So I'm just making sure that there's zero lift, because she has battered and abused these. Battered and abused these. But I'm letting it go. Letting it go. My pretty work. Just abused. Right. So I'm virtually done, and obviously the first and most important thing that I will be doing is I will be laying my clear base again. So even though there is colour and pigment still on that nail, you will see me just work over it and just cover it. So even though it looks like there's a lot of colour still there, this is less than a millimetre in thickness, guys. It is really so thin. So I am coming in with my Simple Clarity, because this is what will allow me to go back to that thinness again without doing any damage to the natural nail, other than where she's bashed and abused them, obviously. But yes, so this is nearly done, and then I'm going to come in and, oh my, I use so many pretty colours in this set. Yeah, I have quite a few clients, but there's very few that let me do so many colours in one set, so it's really pretty. Yeah, so as you saw, I was lining up the sizes to make sure that they're the same length as the other hand, because she's a wriggler. She don't like to sit still. So I do one hand, then I do the other. But I think with the neon set, I recorded the left hand, not the right. Anyway. So I had a plan in my head, and obviously I've done the other. So I am coming in with crushed shells and just dabbing on some caramel desserts. So the first colour is a beautiful brownie colour, but it's not a brown, it's a beige, but it's just so pretty. But then the caramel desserts have this absolutely gorgeous golden specks in them. They're so pretty. So as you can see, it can even cover neon orange. So I am just doing what will be the beach area, but as we know, a beach in all one colour, so I am just popping in a little bit of extra colour just to add a bit more dimension. So I've done them so that my marbles can set, so that they're set, so that when I marble, I'm not swirling the sea up onto the beach sort of thing, because this was the effect I was going for. And I was quite pleased with this set. So these I wanted similar to a French, but not a defined line. So I wanted wings that would go up, but I wanted it to come down. But I needed it to be uber thin so that I can still marble and cap as well. So I am coming in with, and let me see if I can remember which colour I've come in with first. So I come in with sky blue, and I'm just making sure that my cuticle application is on point, because it don't matter how beautiful your nails are if you got a scruffy cuticle. So then I'm coming in with Caribbean Sea, Dream Pool and Virgin White, and oh yes, they're a little bit fit together. So I'm going to repeat that pattern again. So that's sky blue, Caribbean Sea, Virgin White, and then Dream Pool. Purely because I did want the sky blue to be the more predominant of the colours. So I find when I do a marble, the first colour I use tends to be one of the most dominant colours. Now this is Silent Night, because I wanted, as I blended in, as I went down the marble, I wanted it to change colour, because I wanted it to be like a going out to sea sort of thing. Humour me, people, humour me. So I am coming in. This glitter is a pre-mixed. It is Shooting Star, and it is fit. It is just so stunning. I love it. I've built a full nail in it once, but honestly, I tend to run it through marbles more than anything, because it's just, oh, there's just, yeah, I love it in a marble. I don't know why. I mean, a client went, oh, I want a full nail. And I went, yeah, no, I don't want it. No. I love to run it through there. So I'm moving on to the one that has the part of the beach. Now, as you can see, that joining is awful. That is not pretty. But we don't need to worry about that. That was not my intention. It's thin. It's thin and it's flat to each other because we have a plan, and it was always my plan to cover it. So I didn't need to worry about that. So when you're doing a design set, it's kind of like think ahead. I don't always. I'm a nightmare for thinking and planning. But yeah, know what you want to do in your head, even if it's nail to nail. Because that, by the time I'm done, looks, oh, yes, ma'am. So I am coming in again with a bit of Silent Night at the bottom, which is the deeper blue. So it's sort of the ocean, yes. And then we're coming in with Shooting Star again, but just look at that difference. I'm totally in love with this set. I really wish mine was it, but she is wandering around the house going, ha 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 ha. Yeah, because obviously this is my beast of a daughter. And she's, Now, yes, I cleaned that side wall, but what you can't see in the angle, but you can see on the skin, is that it's dry. I ran my brush there, but I did not touch the skin. You know my pet peeves, people. We do not want to be soaking that skin. I see so many, and it makes me sad. Monomot is for the nail plate, not the skin. So, anyway, rambling aside. But, yeah, but even though we had all them beautiful neons, because they're so thin, and this set of colours, even though the light blues and like a tealy colour, it is still covering them neons. My daughter, when I were doing them, she's like, Mom. I'm like, oh, shush yourself. I know it'll cover it. Don't start with me. So, yeah, it's covered it beautiful, and I'm just, oh, yes. More Shooting Star, because why not? Yes, so, no, I actually had a plan for this, and, yeah, my Silent Night is coming in now. And we're about to start the little finger. So the little finger is pretty much like the index, but I've had a few people that have gone, I prefer to watch the whole redesign sets. I like the longer videos. And I'm like, you do not need to listen to me talking for this long. I mean, like, seriously, no. But anyway, I will continue to do your head in. So I am doing the same pattern on all of the nails because I wanted the same depth of colour. Because I personally find that if I change the colour of my marble beads at the order that I use them, I personally get a difference in the colour in the marble. My dog sleeps all freaking day, all night. I start to record and she's patter, patter, patter. She just wants to be in the video too. Little beast. Not little beast, big beast. So, now, when I come to the marble on the thumb, do you remember how I've left it as like that V shape? So, my marble, I want to go up the sides. So, like it is a French, but it's not a French, yeah? It's just, I wanted it as if it's like, what's the word on the beach? Is it like a peninsula or something? I don't know. I'm just guessing. But I'm taking it up into the corners because I really wanted it, and I just totally dropped that. So yeah, I'm doing both sides going uphill because that was my plan and that's what I wanted. So yeah, I'm marbling. So instead of worrying about the cuticle, I've gone and left that little gap there because that I got these most gorgeous little seashell things. And I wanted to use them, and I had this little image in my head. And I'm like, oh yeah. So anyway, what I have done for this set is I have sped up my filing, because when you see me file once, guys, you see me file 1,000 times because I file the same way, because then we know that we're covering all that. So I'm coming in with that Lush Air Shooting Star. I love that. Right, so I did pause it just while I stuck the shells on, and then I totally forgot to record putting the other 2 shells on. So I found personally, especially on the smaller nails, because they're so good quality, they're lush, I pinched them a little bit. Right, now this is where my Seafoam comes in. So this is cuticle oil, and this is my Eternal Light. This is my go-to white. This is my favourite. Now, this is where the magic happens. So if you mix cuticle oil with gel polish, that is not going to stay together. That isn't like mixing oil and water, people. It separates, it's yucky, it's disgusting, but did you know it makes the perfect Seafoam? Oh, last Halloween, Julie Flood, she is amazing and beautiful, and I love her. She did a set of Halloween nails where she mixed oil, she dropped oil onto gel polish, and it just went boom and separated, and I went, oh my god, I bet that would make amazing design for the sea. So I tend to get the gel polish where I want it. As you can see, it's separating on the nail, so you do need to give it a second, but I flash cure for 10 seconds once I've got it just where I want it, because obviously that is a chemical reaction and that is fighting each other, so it is constantly trying to separate. So I just go bam in the light, 10 seconds, and that is not going to move nowhere. But do you see how it's just covered that joining of the sea, so we didn't need to worry, didn't need to add bulk. It's just there, and it's just pretty, and oh, I loved it so much. So yeah, totally not my idea. I totally ripped it off Julie, but love you. So what I am doing now is I've come in with IPA and I've cleansed that nail, because the gel has set, it's set in place, separated. So we've cleansed that oil off before we cap it, so that then it's gone. It's gone, it's all dehydrated, it's all nice, but that white is still sea foamy and lush. Yes, it is lush. It gave such an amazing effect. But yeah, not mine. But yeah, she did it and it looked amazing. So now I am capping, but these seashells, as beautiful as they are, I wouldn't necessarily do the one bead over them, because as I do it, I would just push it down and then there'd be a gap between the acrylic and the shell underneath. So I have capped bits of it, giving it 30 seconds, because patience is key with acrylic. Patience is key. So I have then gone uphill, so that then we get a perfect cap, because air is your weakness, people. If you've got an air bubble in your acrylic, like the gap difference between them, that is a weakness, that is not strength. So just take your time and just make sure you cap them good. But they look so pretty. They're so pretty. But yes, they do it in more colours as well. I'm just saying, but I can't say too much, because other half's listening and he don't need to know that, you know, I need the other colours too. So we're getting a scowl. It's okay. It wasn't a no, it was a scowl. But yes, they do them in a few colours and they are really, really pretty. So yeah. So I'm just finishing capping them, and this, oh my god, this nail was like a Franken nail. I just did not want to behave for me. But we fix it in filing. It's fine. I wanted to make sure that them shells was capped. There is way too much acrylic on there. But we can file that shit. We can file it. It's fine. So I've moved on to the little finger. And we are just going to cap that, and then we are going to cap the thumb, and they're nearly done. They are so pretty. Yeah, so I did the other set. I did these a little while ago, and they are amazing, but I just... But broadband problems, which means editing and uploading problems. And anyway, they are so pretty. It makes me sad when I'm capping glitter because it always just goes so dull. But yeah, so we're going to come in, because obviously there's a gap at the bottom of that shell. I'm coming in with a reverse bead so that I'm pulling and pressing that acrylic up into that gap. See, as I burped it, it just went pop, did my air bubble. So that is strong. Simple clarity is really, 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 really strong, but only if you use it right. If you've got big air bubbles in there, So, I just love this set. So yes, I have, when you see me in a few minutes and I am filing, I do apologise, but I have sped it up because, I mean, I'm already on 25 minutes for my video. You don't want to be adding in longer for a filing. So yeah, I'm doing my side walls. I'm making sure they're nice and straight. And then I'm doing my cuticle area and the bulk of the nail. The free edge is one of the last places I do, because you don't know where your free edge is going to be fully flat and everything until you've done the majority of the nail. So I come in with my 100 grit file for a length of set like this. But I have 2 file, and I thought I'd just zoom right out, because there's no more infuriating than me filing off screen and like you're going like, yeah, you're talking, bitch, but I can't see out. So I zoomed out. So I have 2 files on the go. So I have a 100 file, which is my sidewall and the bulk of the nail. That's what I do that with. But then, like you can see, I've swapped my file, and I have gone in with my 180, because I want an actual thinner one, well, softer grit, so that when I'm going around that cuticle area, and this was the Frankie nail, it was the acrylic that just went, no. It was, yeah, I wanted to make sure them shells were encased, because I didn't want a problem. So you see, look, I've just run that round, got rid of some dust, and that's now behaving for me. But yeah, the 180, it buffs it out lovely, so that then I don't tend to buff my nails. I just come on in with a top gloss, and I'm just like, I'm so pretty, I'm so sparkly. And I mean, them nails were done, what, nearly 4 weeks plus ago, and that was, I mean, if you've seen the other video, the neon set, I will put a link just here, click it somewhere on the screen right now. That is how long ago them nails was done. And that, as you can see in the video, was just 1 coat of top gloss over just plain old black acrylic paint, and them palm trees are sparkling still and not chipped. And she has hot tubbed and climbed and played, because holiday nails, people, holiday nails. So as you know, I like to turn them over to do that free edge, because so they are nearly done, and we are ready for the glass, for the magic. I'm just gonna make sure them cuticles are on point, because I don't like chunky doorstops. So yeah, if you haven't watched the neon video, I really suggest you do, because I mean, when you saw the start, that bling, seriously, that has been through so much, and that you saw me taking it off with pliers, well, cuticle nippers, but oh, this is the magic shot. Oh, look at that. Look at that, pretty. So, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you've liked it. Please drop your comments below, and if there is anything you would like to see, any techniques or styles or colours, just drop them comments below. And I will see you in my next video for more ramblings. I'm going to finish my thumb, and these, as always, 60-second cure. Oh, I love this shot. So beautiful. So yes, thanks for watching. If you are not liked and subscribed, please do so, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.